Are you the ones who have been clearing out Evening's Dawn every time people are posted here?
Strange things have been happening here for some time. Shadows of the past seem to plague these mountains. Your mother has been missing for weeks. There is something out there that is killing people in ways that the gods did not ordain. He glances over at the ancient, decrepit bodies that you had noted earlier.
You are a very attractive woman.
Her name's Bailey!
But I am very tired and getting close to being very drunk. So, I will leave it up to you. You can come to bed with me.
Come find me when you get back from the cave. Huh? You all walk into this cavern. The two of you start to hear the sound of water rushing. You see Grammy Rosa.
I can't reach her. I need to reach her.
I can.
It's not your grandmother. It is your mother.
Leave. Now. Get out! Saphra is going to bend down and push the body into the water.
As a giant crystal worm bores its way into view. Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of Unbalanced Encounters, the only show that dares to ask, how many mommy issues fit into an hour-and-a-half long podcast? I'm your host, Patrick Perini.
The answer is
Say
12.
hi, everybody. Is it 12? That's really...
It's a lot.
Honestly, 12 is fewer than I thought we could get into an hour-and-a-half long podcast. We should
It's
maybe pump
actually
those numbers up.
12.21356, but
We're not.
I rounded
We're not
down.
even. We have subcategories too. We have like the step mommies.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
true.
We have
We've
the
got
sexy
Demoiselle
mommies.
like floating out there somewhere where it's like matron kind of a thing, and that's
that's true.
that's not really mommy
God
issues, but it's
mommies.
adjacent. Yeah, god mommies.
Goth mommies.
Heaven forbid.
That's what she is, isn't it?
That's
a
what
good
she
point.
is.
Yeah. As long as we don't meet
Never
Blood
more.
Tree Mommy, we'll be
Oh
good.
yeah. Hold on, let me just make a quick little.
No.
Blood Tree
Stop it!
mommy. Got it. Cool. Great.
That would be like Poison Ivy, right? That's who that is.
Actually, that's kind of a mood. If anyone wants to write a fanfic, I'm not going to tell you not to.
Listen, we
When
haven't
has
got
anyone ever listened about writing fanfic?
Yeah, that's a good point.
we haven't got a sexy god yet. I mean, Gambald was pretty close.
Hold
but
on.
we haven't got, like-
I will not accept slander
Gorgeous.
against our Lord and Savior Porky.
I was waiting for that.
All right, fair enough.
We
He's
have
pretty rich.
official non-canon art of hot Porky. It
We do.
exists in the ether. Porky definitely is fucking cut, right? Like that's canon.
Yeah, 100%. Under his robe, whew, you could cut glass.
Are we in a boss battle, guys? What's happening?
Actually, funny you should mention boss battle, Craig, because we are actually not in a boss battle in
We
this
better not.
moment
Patrick,
because
you better not do it, Patrick. Don't you?
we
Patrick,
Don't do it. Don't stop. Stop. No, I know where
I'm
this
gonna
is going
have
as
a
well.
mutiny on my hands, aren't I?
Yep.
Patrick.
Don't say it.
Don't say
Don't
what?
say it.
Roll
Game
for
ma-
initiative!
Game Master.
Kill 'em
That's your last
all.
name, Patrick.
Melt
Game
it.
Master.
And we flash back. We see a one-road, snow-covered town called Valenka. Wooden buildings on the edge of collapse, denizens passing through that are in roughly the same shape, and a tavern. One of the only freestanding buildings not absolutely caving in from snow. Above its door, the taxidermied head of a large hyena, and currently in the process of being thrown out of the building, a slightly younger and very hungry-looking Saphra Harisa.
Good. Girls gotta eat. You know.
And she's being thrown out by the tavern keeper, who is this just like large, burly woman. And she says, 3 days you no pay. You're not going to stay here another night. Go on, get out with you.
I'd be good for it. Just wait till tomorrow, and I will have.
Yes. You and everyone else in this town, good for it. You think I earn what I make by extending credit to transients like you?
Could I mop the floor or like work in the kitchen or something for one more night?
I have all of the wayward orphans I need. Get out!
I think Harisa has argued probably well before she even got thrown out the door and is now going to try and look around for another place, somewhere else, to try her luck.
You kick proverbial rocks for a bit. And we hear the sound of your boots crunching in the snow. There are a few people out in the street today, despite the blustery midwinter conditions. And they pay you absolutely no mind. You've been to a lot of places in your 15 years of drifting from town to town, trying to find somewhere you belong and never quite letting yourself fit in. But Valenka is a decidedly unfriendly place, even amongst that lot. And so the first person that you are able to make eye contact with actually flashes you a smile. He is a tall man with hair that is so greasy that you're actually not sure that it's not hairy grease. And he is dressed in a sergeant's uniform of the Imperial Army. He is set up at a little table. And you see there are some papers on the table. And he waves you over.
All right, I will walk over to said man and his table.
Good morning.
Hello. Can I help?
I very sincerely hope so. You look like just the woman I need to meet.
This could go a couple of different ways, and one of them may be a very wrong tree for you.
Oh, no. I apologize. I am simply, you seem like the kind of person who has and he kind of makes a flexing gesture at you, who has the muscle, but maybe not necessarily the kind of person who has the coin to pay to feed the muscle, huh?
I'll have you know that I have plenty of, coin, and she's going to kind of, like, jostle just the kind of, like, loose kind of shit that's in, like,
Sure.
her bag, not
Give me a
even, like,
deception check.
coins.
You're trying to beat an 18.
I got a nat 1, -1, so I got a 0.
A filthy 0.
A filthy 0.
You see this guy kind of smiles and his teeth are a little kind of rotted away, and then he says, listen, you and we are one of a type. We do not need the pretenses, huh? You are a woman of self-sufficiency, let's say. Someone who is occasionally in need of coin. I am humble bearer of opportunity. Someone who happens to have coin. And he throws a little coin pouch onto the table.
Harisa is going to kind of like lean onto the table, put an sort of like fist on her hip. Listen, coin is all very well and good, but you know, teach someone to fish and they will have fish for a day.
Really leaning into that -1 charisma, huh?
Listen, what is the job? Why are you just throwing gold at me? I'm assuming, what is this, recruitment?
I assure
for
you,
the
I am
Empire?
not throwing gold at you. This is not yours yet. You have to sign your name to a piece of paper first. However, you do guess correctly. It is an opportunity to serve the Empress, their holiness, yes. We are recruiting, and between you and me is easy gig. I don't usually have easy gig to offer. Most of what I have to offer is for this Fokakta war. Frontline business. You have to go and probably die for very little gold. I hear not very fun.
So why is this one different? Why is this not being sent to war to die for...
One position only. Last thing I need to recruit for before I am shipped off of this godforsaken hellhole.
And I see you have many people queuing up for this amazing, easy job that pays very well.
Yorgi has discerning eye. Only picks the people who will probably be very good for this very easy job.
And it's nothing to do with the fact that there are no one else here that would even pay you any mind.
Pay me any mind if I'm not going to pay them any mind. What's the good? I know what I like. I know what I want in a recruit. And what I like in a recruit is someone who needs money.
Harisa is looking at the gold pouch and looking at the sort of paper, I guess, that's on the table. And it's kind of in her mind, like the cogs are turning of like, if I sign this, take the gold, can I slip out in the night? Would they find me? Would this be a bad idea? And just kind of like running like these things, because like who the fuck wants to work for the Empressar, right? So if I sign this paper, when do I get the gold? Is that immediate as soon as I sign?
No. You will be getting the gold when your military escort drops you off at location. However, I would be happy to extend you a small advance directly to the inn to pay back your fine and afford you another night of having a roof overhead.
And where is the location?
This golden bit. Tiny little logging town in ass end of nowhere. Easiest job on the roster. All you have to do, babysit some yokels and an Imperial Scarecrow. No problem.
Imperial Scarecrow. Why did they need an Imperial Scarecrow in this logging town?
Listen, you seem like smart woman. Smart woman don't ask question. Smart woman takes gold.
You should have seen her nodding yes, and then wait.
Somebody
Literally
sitting in
my
the back,
face.
a guy who's been sitting in the back the whole time just sort of spits his coffee out at that one. Sort of looks up over his newspaper, kind of like,
What?
Even my low intelligence ass is confused by that. How far away is this logging town?
As you ask that question, you see that Yurgi kind of goes to answer, and he's kind of drowned out by a cart that has ripped into town. It's being pulled by two riding birds, and it whips into town, kind of tearing down this main drag, and then, whoa, kind of slows to a halt. And the driver stands up and announces over top of Yurgi, "Time for the post! Anyone expecting messages? Come to the center of town!" And people begin to flood out. And there are people who pour out of the inn, there are people who pour out of nearby shops and houses, and you see that this postmaster is handing things to people, kind of calling out by name, and delivering their parcels. Go ahead and give me a perception check, if you'd be so kind.
I thought he was just reading everybody's mail out in the middle of town. Clarence, you're behind on your water bill again.
Again.
Sven, your wife wants a divorce. Again.
You have been, sir.
I got a nat 20 for a 26.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Incredible. I love it when the dice do my work
I
for
got
me.
a nat 1, and now I've got a nat 20. See the difference between intelligence and whatever the heck this one is, wisdom?
Harisa, you're puzzling over this fucking job. And I think, honestly, you're not really even paying any attention to the postal delivery. You've been here for probably a couple weeks. This is something that happens fairly regularly, every 4 to 7 days, depending on how quickly they can get someone sort of through the backcountry. And so you're inured to it a little bit until you hear the postmaster yell, "Zaisha Alzira? Is there a Zaisha Alzira?"
Harissa goes stiff at that. She just kind of, not that she was moving particularly much, but she just kind of freezes when she hears the name.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see your mother, estranged of 15 years, walking toward the cart. She reaches out, takes a handful of letters, starts thumbing through them.
Harisa is going to wait for either people to disperse or for Zisha to step away from the crowd.
Which I think she does. I think she does pretty quickly, right? I think she has these letters. She doesn't pay any attention to the postmaster, just grabs them and starts thumbing through them and starts walking back in the direction she came from.
Harisa is just going to mumble sort of one moment to the guy behind the
All
table.
right, but I'm not going to be here all day.
And she follows her mother. Zisha?
She is looking through. She pulls out one of these letters, pops it open with a flick, pulls it out, and is reading it. And says, yes. Who wants to know?
Your daughter?
She stops. Head up. Shakes it off. My daughter, you say? That is unexpected. And you see that she kind of takes another step as if she's going to walk away from you.
Harisa is going to quickly walk and stand in front of her. Why, did you think I had died? That I would die?
She folds the letter back up, puts it away, tucks it into her coat. What do you want?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. For some reason, I expected you to be different. You're not.
You expect me to be different for, what, the passage of 15 years? 15 years since you walk away from your family, from your duty?
I didn't walk, I ran.
And what has it gotten you? What have you made of yourself? And she eyes you over a little contemptuously. A vagrant? Scrounging to keep yourself housed in a filthy inn?
At least I am free to live a life of my choosing, not of yours.
That always was the way with you, Carl.
Do you blame me?
Do I? Yes. Safra, I blame you. You had a job. You had an obligation to lead our family, the last of our clan, to safety. You were supposed to relieve me of the burden of stewardship. You let that obligation die. And now here I am, mucking through this godforsaken slush, trying to find out which side, and at this point she pulls out the letters, trying to find out which side of a damned war we need to ally with.
So, you blame me for being a terrible teacher? For being a terrible mother? The reason I left is because of you. The pressure, everything. I was to blame for everything. No matter what I did was never good enough. So
and
what
who
does it
was
matter?
it who brought ruin upon our home in the desert?
I was a child.
You are the reason we have no home. We should have been safe in that desert. All we needed to do was to keep our heads down and follow tradition. But that wasn't good enough for you, was it? You had to play the brat who always got her own way.
Play the brat.
Even a child understands how to do as she is told. But not you. You let your obligation to us die. And as far as I'm concerned, my daughter died with it.
Forgive me for seeing a man in the desert dying of thirst and showing him to water. I hope one day you will have the kindness to do such a thing too. And she's gonna walk away from her and back to the table and viciously sign her name on the paper.
And we fade to black.
This fucking bitch. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're just saying what I'm thinking.
Fuck.
Simba.
I hate her. I hate her so much. I just hate her.
Right, I need everybody to roll me initiative.
Oh, fuck.
Yay!
Ugh, I wish I was rolling it with advantage. All right.
Yeah, don't we all?
11.
You took too many dips in another class.
I just
you
took one
traitor.
dip.
When I dip,
This
you
is,
dip.
this is my first multi-class ever.
Wow. That's
Fighter
fine.
is the best multi-class for
It's very
Barbarian.
good. Right. So we cut back to the sounds of rock exploding as a crystal worm bores out in front of June, Mr. Spinks, Guard, and Isaac, who have just been shouted at to run away from Harisa. The entrance is now blocked by this crystal worm, and we begin the top of initiative order with, funnily enough, Harisa, who is in the midst of recalling the last conversation she ever had with her mother.
Satisfied that her body is now out of sight, washed down wherever it's going, she's going to very quickly try and ascend the thing and get up to where everyone else is.
Okay, I think we had said that it was somewhere on the order of about 30 feet up a very slippery cliff face. So unless you have a way to gain a climb speed, this is going to be an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
Did I pull my laundry rope up?
You did leave a rope, so that's up to you. If you want to have left it, that's fine. We can use that.
Very important laundry rope.
Okay,
yeah.
there's a rope.
Oh, you would have
so,
left that.
You're going to take a dash action to get the whole way up.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay. You are up. You are right at the lip of this cliff. You see that there is a path leading to your left and to your right. To the left is your entrance, and where all of the commotion is happening, you kind of peer your head around and see that there is this giant crystalline worm that has just pushed its way into view. You have bonus action left, which can be used to control Mr. Spinks, who's in the fray.
I think Mr. Spinks is going to, in his upset, when he sees this thing, he's just going to launch towards it and try and bite it. What the hell? Don't shoot! God! 14.
That fails. Spinks' teeth clank off of this crystalline body.
Ow, my dude. Yeah, he's going to just kind of like stand there in front of it.
I need Spinks to roll me a d10.
Oh.
For the dentist.
For the
That's right. Which tooth? He only has 10 teeth.
I got a 6.
Spinks feels his joints stiffen slightly, his muscles tighten, scales darken around his eyes as he ages 6 years.
Do we notice that happening?
Perception checks all around.
No, my perception sucks, Pat. It sucks.
He's getting like silver scales, like, you know, on the temples.
What is he? What is he now? Like the equivalent of 14? He just went from like 14 to 20 years old, and we're like,
Something like
just
that, I
the
guess,
same
yeah.
old Mr. Spink. Fucking
I don't think you probably noticed 6 years on Mr. Spinks.
Oh my gosh. I got a 12.
Me too.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay. The DC was a 10. So June and Isaac, you do notice this. So it is June's turn. June, I need you to roll me a D10 because you are looking at Spinks and the creature.
It's a 9.
You aged 9 years?
9 years.
June, I need a con save from you as well.
A 6.
June, you age 9 years and take a level of exhaustion from the process.
Shit. So June is now
30?
30.
Oh my god.
Jeez. Whoa.
One of us.
It's alright, life
One-
starts at 30. You'll be fine.
June, that
She's
was the
fine.
beginning of your turn. You can still act But I will say that you definitively feel the passage of time kind of warp as you stare into the crystalline facets of this worm. There is something about looking into it that echoes your own future self and seems connected to the aging.
Oh, why do I feel so haggard? Oh my god. Y'all, don't look at it. Don't look at it. It makes you real fucking tired, and I'm like craving like hard candy. Okay.
You have a turn though.
I feel like June's trying to insult me again.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll try to smack it with my quarterstaff. That's a 22. Does that hit?
22 hits.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so that's 5 points of damage.
You whip your staff around, take a little chunk out of this thing, and it reels in pain, but is big and inorganic. So you think this may take a while doing it this way.
With my staff?
Oh, shit. That was bludgeoning damage, right?
Yes.
Twice as much crystal explodes off the side.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, okay.
Did you want to put stunning on that?
Yep, I will use a bond.
What kind of save is this?
Con.
Ooh, this thing has a +7 to con.
Nice, let's go.
That's a 4 on the die, baby!
Let's go!
The crystal worm
go.
freezes in place.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's right.
All right.
That's
now we
fucking
can hit it.
huge for this next turn.
Boom, boom. Okay, so quarterstaff again for my second attack.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
Boo.
Oh, you have advantage from stunning strike.
Hey, 21.
21 hits. Good roll.
Yeah.
That's 6 points of damage.
It's 12. You whip your bow staff into this thing again. You kind of get into the chunk that you took out. You pry a whole facet off of this thing, and a big hunk of like quartz-like crystal flies off and onto the ground.
All right. I'm gonna do a flurry of blows with my bonus action.
You already took the age. You might as well get all of what you can out of the turn with your eyes open.
Does a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit. Go ahead and roll both at the same time, if you please.
16.
Okay. June, you get up and just start absolutely fucking wailing on this thing, and you manage to put a pretty significant goddamn dent into it as it lays there stunned and unable to respond.
I rolled a 14. Can I extract aspects?
You learn that this thing has resistance to all piercing and slashing damage, including magical. But it has vulnerabilities to all bludgeoning damage and thunder damage.
I'm gonna jump off of it, and I'm gonna close my eyes. And actually, do you know what? She's gonna take her bandana that's around her head, and she's gonna pull it over her eyes, and she's going to yell out to her friends, "Thunder! Anybody got thunder?"
Thunder, you say?
That is movement, action, and bonus from June. June, you are blinded. And we move to Isaac, who is next in the initiative order. Are you looking at this thing? Because I will say you can decide because June said it, right?
It's stunned. This is a paladin's wet dream, dude.
This effect continues to happen. It's your choice.
Can they tell that I'm older?
Yeah.
I'm looking at Caterin right now. I'm not looking at June. I never listen to June, but this one time I will listen.
I'm older and wiser now.
You look like Caterin right now. I don't like that. That's the reason Isaac closes his eyes. He's like, "Oh, Caterin, what the fuck?"
Can't process that emotionally.
Yeah, that's true. Dang.
All right, Isaac, you're going in eyes closed?
Eyes closed.
All right.
I will bonus action as I hear June say something with thunder. You guys hear a crackle in the distance as Isaac takes a deep breath, raises his axe, and he's going to put Thunder's Smite on his axe. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
That was a flat roll?
Yeah.
That was flat roll.
All right.
I rolled an 18.
That hits.
Ooh, so 10 plus 4. And
That's
then,
10 slashing damage plus 4 thunder damage.
No, 10. It's going to be 14 slashing damage.
Okay.
So half to 7.
Yep.
And then here comes Thunder Smite. You know what? Thunder Smite, and I'll add a regular Smite onto it as well. 5 points of thunder damage.
This thing is missing some very serious chunks.
Woo! 13 points of radiant damage.
13 points of radiant damage. You blow a rib out of this thing. You're going to take another hit?
Yes, sir. Another 18. I'll put a smite on this too. The D10 was a 4 plus 4, which is 8, so just 4. And then 5 and 7, so 12 points of radiant damage.
Isaac pushing out the fucking damage here. Jesus.
And then if I have any movement left, I would like to back up. Did I get it? Did I hit it? I think I hit a rock. I'm not sure.
Guard, it is your turn. And for the life of you, you can't figure out what the fuck June is talking about.
That's a good
that's
point.
right.
It doesn't age.
Looking at this thing doesn't seem to have any effect on you at all.
I'm going to call back to Harisa, who is behind us and hasn't really noticed. It seems to have some sort of hallucinatory effect. Be careful. June is under its beguilement.
Oh, of course.
Who gave Guard a thesaurus?
Listen, we all grow. Language leads to more consciousness. All right. That's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Guard is going to bonus action rage.
Yeah.
Power up. And charge forward, lining up next to Isaac, and seeing the damage that the staff and the unarmed strikes did, he's gonna look to Isaac, he's gonna put the meteor axe behind him, and he is going to recklessly stomp on this worm.
Fuck yeah, roll me unarmed strike.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stamp, stamp, stamp.
That's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
12 bludgeoning damage, plus an additional 8 necrotic damage. So 20 total, but if the bludgeoning is doubled, that's...
Guard, finish him.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just, he's just stomping until there's nothing to stomp. Guard just runs up, sees Isaac, sees everyone's haggard, and just looks down and just...
I just imagine the pneumatic sort of like. Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
That is movement and action and bonus action.
Chef's kiss.
And you killed this thing before it got to take its first turn, so it
Yeah.
is not going to take its turn in the initiative order. However,
A big however.
Oh no.
we circle around to lair actions.
Oh no.
What?
They're gonna be
I need all of you to
worried,
make me a dexterity saving throw.
though. Oh god.
Oh.
I'm assuming plus 3 for the melee folk.
Not Harissa. Yeah, everyone but Harissa.
Sphinx is fine because he's got 4 feet. He's all right. Harissa got an 8, so she falls back into the pit.
Actually, yes.
Oh,
With Isaac's bonus, I got a 21.
You're fine.
I got a
15,
14.
Okay. And
I
June.
got a 17 with Isaac's bonus.
Okay. June, Guard, and Sphinx stay on their feet as an earthquake rocks beneath you. Isaac, you fall prone.
No.
Saphra, you fall back off the cliff.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
You take
I'm so used to hearing that from Mr. Spinks.
11 points of bludgeoning damage as your right shoulder, left elbow, and eventually head clank off of rocks.
11, did you say?
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah,
11.
That could
Oh.
that could be worse. That could be worse.
And you are laying prone
For landing on my head, that's definitely could be worse.
in a puddle of ice cold water.
Literally right next to where she pushed her mom in.
Pretty much.
She's trying to take you with her.
karma.
No, fight her off.
We are now going to split the
That
camera
bitch back.
because Harissa feels the ground rumble behind her as another one of these worms crests from beneath the water. And we, the audience, see it devour your mother's body whole.
Like Jaws.
I won't give you Harissa's facial expression.
We then cut back up to our martial characters who see this whole cave collapse. And you all dodge out of the way of falling stalactites and rock and debris and see the entrance slowly close. As the tunnel system that you're in sinks beneath the ground.
With us in it?
Yep.
Ah, shit.
Uh-huh.
Are we in a god?
We're gonna become mole people.
The three characters that were by the entrance hear more rock explosion, and you all, except for Isaac who's prone, turn around
I'm hit.
to see that the far corridor, the one that you haven't explored yet, the one that seems to go deeper into the tunnel system, is now being blocked by another crystal worm.
Oh, shit.
Funnily enough, it is June's turn.
Oh, shit! Oh, and I can't
We're gonna
see
go
anything.
on a fantastic voyage.
Can I hear it? Can I hear where it is?
You can hear roughly where they're coming from. You know that deeper into this cave system, there's another crystal worm breaching, and you probably roughly hear that Harisa has fallen, and that there's something happening down there in that pit. But you don't know what specifically.
I'm gonna run off the cliff towards Harisa.
Okay. Are you trying to get down off the cliff toward her, or are you just running to the edge?
I'm trying to jump down off the cliff.
I need an acrobatics check. You're going to be making this at disadvantage from your exhaustion.
Are you at that monk level where you have that like the slow fall thing?
I do. So, disadvantage on acrobatic check?
Yeah, so are you trying to get all the way to Harisa?
Yes.
You need to make a DC 20 to not take any damage, 15 to take reduced damage. And then you'll half all of that because of slow fall.
I got a 7.
You are going to take 8 points. What is your monk level?
7.
Okay, you take nothing.
Oh, great.
You throw yourself off this cliff and concentrate on the bond between you and Harisa and zip line down it to her, landing next to her.
Nice.
Saphra, are you okay? Don't look at the thing. I can't see anything right now. Can I use my first action to pull up Harisa?
Yeah. You grab her. She's back on her feet. I'll give that to you as an attack if there's something you want to hit, though I don't think you're within punching range of this worm just yet.
Do I know there's a worm down there?
Make me a perception or insight check.
That's a 9.
Okay. A lot of shit happening. There's some noise. You're not really sure.
I'll use my bonus patient defense.
Okay.
For my bonus.
Keep me honest on that, all right?
Okay. Can I? I'm gonna try to put my hands over Harisa. I'm gonna feel for Harisa's eyes and put my hands over her eyes.
Okay. Well, it is Harisa's turn, and Harisa, I will leave this to you. Are you actively trying to see, or are you letting yourself be blinded?
I think if she's she's coming at me with a blindfold on, telling me not to look at the worms, and is smothering my face with her hand. I'm gonna go with it. This is obviously important.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you're blinded. If you want to tie something around your eyes, you are welcome to do so as well.
It's a hold on.
I think she's okay. My eyes, it's all right, June. It's all right, June. I've closed my eyes. It's okay. And she will also kind of like the thing she usually puts up around her nose for the mushrooms. She'll kind of like put up over her eyes. There is a worm in the river. Can we get out of here? And she's gonna try and kind of stumble away from the worm towards the rope, the cloth rope.
Walk straight into the back wall.
Great.
Of this chasm. You're trying to find the rope. Go ahead and give me a survival check at disadvantage, DC 15.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. You smack into this back wall, cold rock covered in ice and water, and
Ow.
reach out groping for this, like, I'm escaping from a hospital, like, length of bedsheet.
June, here.
You grab it.
Kind of like pull her over towards me.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say that is all of your movement. You have action and bonus left.
I think Spinks is going to help Isaac get up.
Oh, thank you, young man.
Any action from Harisa, or is that it?
I will dash. up this rope.
You get 15 feet up. Isaac, you are on your feet. Sphinx has just helped you up.
He says, "Oh, thank you, Mr. Sphinx. You're so kind." And then he's
You're
going
welcome.
to... What? You're not Mr. Sphinx.
I think my voice is dropped.
Hand me adult male. He slaps Mr. Sphinx's hands out of the way. And then who is within 30 feet of Isaac?
I am.
Garden Sphinx.
Well, stranger, you are gonna have to assist me and my friend in getting out of here. As he's still blind, he's still got his eyes closed. And he's going to slam his hands into the ground. Rocks are going to float up, and then little shoulder pads are attached to guard Mr. Sphinx and Isaac as he casts Bless.
Oh, sick.
So add a D4 to your saving throws and attack.
Very good. All right, that is action.
That is my action.
I believe you still got movement and bonus.
Movement, I would just keep myself within guard's space.
You also, for the record, you can't go back anymore because the entrance is blocked,
right,
and you know that there's a worm ahead of you. You know that the water is coming from somewhere. There's like a waterfall on the far back wall of this little pool. Theoretically, you could get up into that space. You also have the bloodvine path that you didn't go down earlier. So you have a couple movement options if you want to start pushing in a direction, but if you want to stay by guard, that's fine too.
I rolled a 2 on a luck check, so he's gonna go with his natural senses, and I feel like those vines are usually the thing that he would follow with a 2. God, I think it's this way, and he does not know where the hell he's going right now.
The monster's right there. Why is everyone blindfolding themselves?
Isaac, you stumble in the direction that you remember the blood vine passage. And as soon as you cross the threshold, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, joy. Too bad I rolled like shit. Hold on. All together, 13.
That is a failure. Isaac, the back of your head, you hear, "Where the hell are Harisa and June? Dead weight, I swear. We gotta get out of here. To hell with it." And on your next turn, you are not going to be able to close back with them. You are only going to be able to push further down this path. Guard. Isaac has just run off behind you, worm in front of you, worm off to your right in a grotto.
Why am I the only one that's focused right now? We fought monsters before. All right, guard's just gonna mosey on over to the crystal worm.
Mosey.
I don't know why I'm the only one fighting you, but I guess that's what it's gonna be. Boom, boom. I'm gonna attack it.
I'm sorry. Bam!
Oh, he's about to hit it so hard.
I'm gonna keep unarmed striking it because I think that these guys are.
Yeah.
Looks like that hurts them more.
Yeah.
It's a 22.
That hits.
That's gonna be a total of 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so 16.
16 bludgeoning damage plus 7 necrotic damage on the first hit, and then on the second one, 20 on the second, and that is another 14 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, wow. Did you already double it?
Nope.
Holy shit.
Oh,
That's the highest I can roll on my unarmed strike.
Guard, you walk up to this thing, have a pleasant conversation with it, and proceed to punch through its eye and pull your fist back out.
Is it still standing?
It's still alive. As you punch this thing, pull your fist back, see that it reels back and is still very much in your face and alive. You see that the tunnel that it just came from, the hole that it just bore into the side of the rock, is familiar to you. If it's in here now, it came from somewhere, and you've used tunnels to get out of tighter scrapes.
I have a weird question to ask also. Is there any connection, or is it just sort of similar vibe to the things that Guard saw in his weird vision of like a glass entity and these crystal things, or is it more like they're both just crystal-y?
Roll me a religion check.
Ah, my most powerful skill. An 8. They're the same.
Yep.
This is my friend.
I think that's a good way to interpret it. Not only are they the same, Guard thinks that is the most important fact about these things.
Okay. Well, that's going to be very terrible for everyone. As I pull my fist out of this gaping wound I left in its head, I see like the crystal shard fragments, and I sort of flash back to that moment in the tunnels when I was like looking at trying to figure out Guardian stuff. And immediately Guard is like, oh, we shouldn't be fighting these things. And is like getting ready to turn to tell guys to like stop fighting.
I have somehow fucked this fight by giving you guys alternative ways to engage with this thing, and I love it. You guys are all doing different let's not fight these things strategies.
I just went down a hole that was real dumb.
When I turn, do I see that Isaac has now run down a different direction?
Yes. He's gone. Solid gone.
Guys.
Fools! Fools!
Guard, this thing is going to try to hit you.
Yeah.
It does not have, you're not blinded, so it does not have advantage.
It does, because I attacked recklessly.
Thank you very much. That is a nat 20.
Oh, that will hit. That does hit usually.
And
give me some damage, baby. I'm ready for it. I got so many fucking hit points.
20-something, 24.
To hit?
Yeah, for the second attack?
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
Of course.
Okay. Guard.
Oh, God.
This thing pulls back, screeching, and you see that it is this gaping maw, teeth within teeth, and on the outside, these insect-like mandibles working back and forth, and it sinks those mandibles into your head. You feel the pressure crunch into your ceramic as you take 26 points of piercing damage, then halved to 13, and you are grappled. It whips its tail into your chest, and you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 5.
I'd be dead.
I might have been wrong. Maybe we are supposed to fight these things.
I'm just hanging there going, what is going on?
What the fuck are they talking about up there?
June and Harisa, yours does not make any attacks. Instead, we, the audience, because you're blind, see it straighten, and its crystal facets spread slightly, and then clack, clack, echoing off the walls. Clack, 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 clack. And you hear a hum begin to form out of the resonant, percussive slams of these crystal facets. And the ground rumbles.
Oh no. I know what it's doing.
I gotta roll a d6.
No,
they're
he's
calling.
calling for reinforcements, and he...
They're calling their butts.
I did not succeed.
Thank God.
God.
Nothing happens. But you hear all of this.
So-
Guys, we gotta go.
Where?
Not where you're going. I don't know where you're going,
No,
sir.
this is the exact place we have to go.
I need
guys.
dexterity saving throws from all of you but Guard. Actually, all of you including Guard.
I'm so far away.
I can't lose it. I'm blessed.
Oh my gosh.
I have a million rolls to everything.
13. I'm prone.
Harisa got 22, Spinks got 19.
25.
And Guard?
19 with bless.
Oh yeah, I'm blessed. Sorry.
If you get a 2 or higher, you succeed.
I got 2.
Okay.
Yay!
You all feel an aftershock kind of shake this cavern and manage to all stay on your feet. And we're back at the top initiative with June.
Safra is above me on the rope.
You are not on the rope yet. You're going to be able to grab it because Harisa pointed it out. But yes, you are not on it yet.
Okay, I'm going to start climbing the rope.
We both have a 19 for our initiative, so would I be able to
Yeah, we could let
scoot
you
up
both go
first?
simultaneously. We'll let you use your move action so you both get up the thing.
I'm going to call out for Isaac, guard.
Guard's not far.
Okay. I'm gonna run towards guard's voice, and I'm gonna try to pull on him if I can get a hand on his leg.
Give me an athletics
punching behind me.
check. Give me an athletics check. This is going to be made at disadvantage, and we're going to say it's a
Okay.
DC 13, same as the escape DC.
First one's a 10. Second one's a 15.
So a 10. Guard is held pretty fast. Guard, what do you say as June is like pulling your leg away from your body? Just the insect working on the ceramic. We'll say that's one of your attacks, so you can use your second one if you want.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna take a step back and swing two-handed at it.
Yeah.
With my quarterstaff. And
Okay.
That's at disadvantage.
Yeah, because you're blinded.
18.
And 18 hits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. That is 10 points of damage.
So 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that's it.
That's going to be it for June. So Harisa, we're on to you. You've used half your movement. You've used your movement. So you're at the top of this cliff. You are not as spry as June is.
Listen, June's catching up.
You're with Sphinx. You're with Sphinx. We'll say that you're probably about 20 feet away from the worm guard June debacle.
Yeah, I think Sphinx is not closing his eyes or worrying about that.
Well then Sphinx needs to make a roll.
A 2. He got a 2.
He ekes out another 2 years, which is a little harder to discern.
It's all right when you're a teenager. It's all right. It doesn't matter.
He goes through basically a messy relationship.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. He had a breakup. So Sphinx is going to go up to Hish and go, Harisa, Isaac went down a tunnel over there, and I don't know why. He just kind of ran off. Harisa's going to take her bow and use it as like a stick that people
Sure.
use when they can't see, and she's
Yeah.
going to hold on to Sphinx. So he is her seeing eye dog at this moment in time.
Cool.
The way that I'm going to implement this mechanically is that you can burn your bonus action every turn to have Sphinx give you the help action,
Okay.
negating the blindedness
Yes.
if you're willing to roll the aging effect on him.
Yes.
I want you to be aware of the fact that if he dies of old age, he's gone, and you don't know how old that is.
I mean, dragons live a long time, right?
Ancient.
It's kind of like, thousands of years.
You're gonna get
Is
an
he a
ancient
dragon?
or ancient
He's
lizard.
technically a dragon.
I mean,
Can I look up on
he's not
PvP?
technically anything. technically,
He's technically a
he's a
god.
drake.
Right,
If
he's
we're
a
being
god,
really
that's true.
technical, he's a drake, and they don't live that long.
We're going to go find Isaac.
Okay, you've already taken the 2-year penalty off of this one, so you can roll. As a matter of fact, you don't need to roll at all. You can just follow Sphinx. You can take the dash action to follow Sphinx toward Isaac.
Yes, we're going to do that. Because Guard and June have that bug covered. We need to go and find what happened to Isaac.
You cross the threshold into the vine tunnel. I need you to roll me a wisdom save for both of you.
Mr. Sphinx is blessed.
A 15 for Safra, and then I'll do the same for Sphinx. Sphinx got a 17, but with Bless.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're both fine.
Yes, he's fine.
Isaac, you are probably about 60 feet further down this tunnel. I think that at this point you've probably opened your eyes for what little good that it's doing you as it is getting darker and darker as you progress, but it keeps going.
Do I see anything besides the vines?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check, and we're going to call that flat.
If I do a divine sense, would that be more interesting?
Probably. Isaac, you trudge alone down this tunnel. And the snow and the gravel and the ice that made up the floor of the cavern behind you give way to this crumbly, desiccated root that with every step smears into a fine powder of dried blood beneath your boots. What does it look like when you use your divine sense?
Basically, I look at it as Isaac calling out to the nature of the land to, like, give him a sit rep. What's going on? What do I smell? What do I taste? What do I hear? What do I see? All the senses are active, like doubled.
You reach out and kind of run your hand along one of these walls, and you feel that this, at one point, was very, very powerful warden magic. These are the gotchas. They're doing something weird, but that's what they are. And you sit with that sense for a moment, that this tunnel feels unnaturally smooth and precise. A perfect circular hole in the wall of this cavern that seems to go on indefinitely. And then something twinges. You get a little grab at your forehead. And you get a sense that at the end of this tunnel, there is a natural sort of outcropping, a natural little hollow. And that hollow is at the end of a long shaft straight into the rock face. Maybe it's a way out, maybe not. You are going to have to put eyes on it to see. But you're only ambiently aware of that space because sitting in it are two living creatures, one of which is a fiend.
Well, well, well. Look who it is. It is our actual, literal, non-parasocial best friend. You, the listener. Hello, literal, actual best friend. It's Patrick, and I just wanted to take a minute not to pitch you on any of our bullshit. We're going to get to that in a second, but instead to thank you for listening to the show, for supporting the show, for being genuinely amazing. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had an outpouring of love from our fans in the form of incredible fan art, great ratings on Spotify, generous reviews on Apple Podcasts, and so much love in our Discord. And so there's absolutely nothing to be said except thank you. We love y'all, and we are so grateful that we get to do this for you and with you. And with that, I'll turn it over to whoever is shilling our stuff this week. Okay, bye.
Guard, you are currently being grappled by a crystal worm.
There's something wrong with all of this. Everybody's acting completely insane, and these creatures are the closest thing that I've seen to those shards of like what I might be connected to. So Guard is going to feel this creature trying to fight him that is grappling him, and if you'll allow it, I would like to make a contested athletics check against the creature to try to shift the control of the grapple, with the goal of sort of holding it down and trying to slow it and calm it. I would also be down to do an animal handling if you would prefer that instead of athletics. It's not as good a roll for me, but I would be, if that makes more sense.
I am going to give you an option. You have 2 attacks per turn. You are grappled. You can make 2 animal handling checks at disadvantage, or you can try to turn the tide of this grapple, and if you succeed, you can then use your second attack to make an animal handling check at advantage.
I will take the second option. And what I'm imagining is happening is Guard is just reaching up, feeling the mandibles on either side of his head, and trying to like put leverage on them to try to twist the creature down, sort of pivot into it. Oh god, that sucks. That was a bad roll.
What'd you roll?
15.
Okay. This thing gets a +3 to this roll. Come on. Gotta roll 12 or better to win. That's a 4.
Yeah!
Okay.
Let's go.
I start twisting it and just feeling it sort of pinching its body against itself so it can't have as strong a hold on me. And as I pull its face away from mine, I am going to try to make eye contact with it.
Yeah, with its one good eye.
With its one good eye in my eyeless face.
I'm going to try to make eye contact with one eye between us.
That's a good point.
A noise is going to come out of Guard that's sort of like a hum or a shush type noise, but it's going to reverberate in his sort of ceramic chest so that it has a little bit more of like a ring as he goes, shh. and sort of leans into the creature as he does that. And that'll be for my animal handling
Give me the
check.
animal handling at advantage, please.
That was a 9.
Yeah, that was with advantage. That's rough.
I rolled a 2 and a 5.
We're going to do this contested. This thing is going to make a wisdom check contested against your animal handling. Gets a -1 to wisdom. It has to roll a 10. That is a 19 on the die.
Ugh.
Okay.
Dice tell the story, my friend. This thing stays locked onto you for a heavy moment. And I think in that time you realize that while your intuition that this is connected to you in some way is the single most important fact in the universe right now, right? Nothing could possibly be more important to you. That doesn't necessarily mean that this thing is going to be capable of the kinds of compassionate reasoning that you have clawed from the earth.
Oh, it's too early on its journey of self-awareness.
It is. It's true.
It's like guard day 1.
I'm done.
I'll just stand there and look pretty.
Okay.
Do that so well.
It does.
Well, it's its turn.
Oh, shit.
I think the first thing this thing is going to do is it's going to try to hit you with a slam. That's the first thing it's going to try to do. 24.
That'll hit probably.
You didn't reckless last turn, so I don't get advantage.
Did not reckless.
You take, not a lot, 6 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 3.
I mean, I'm glad that it happened because I might lose my rage if it didn't.
And this thing is going to try to break the grapple. So if I could get athletics from you, please. This thing is going to get, again, another +3. You're trying to beat a 13. Not crazy.
13. Tied.
Oh.
Okay, here's how this is going to work. This thing is going to try to burrow into the far wall, get away from you and burrow into the far wall. You can go with it or get an attack of opportunity as it leaves your threatened area.
I think I have a moment of recognition that I am too fixated on the connection to this thing, and I'm not. I need to figure out what's happening with my friends. I release it, and as I let go, I give it one elbow down to its back as it goes past.
Cool. Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
The goal of this attack is not to do damage. The goal of this attack is to break a piece of its crystalline carapace off.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm going at it at an angle to try to chip. These rolls have been terrible. Okay, I'm still blessed. Thank the Lord. Actually, thank the paladin. That is an 18 to hit.
That
You can call me your lord. It's
just hits.
All right.
That just hits.
All right, lovely.
18 just hits?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm rolling good on these, though. That's another 14 bludgeoning.
Oh my god. So that's 28 total?
Well, 28 plus an extra... Yeah, plus the necrotic damage. Plus 5.
Nice.
Okay. You still have a hold of its mandibles. I think that as this thing goes to run away, you bring your fists down onto its back, and its mandible is still hooked around your arm. You pop its mandible off and cleave a chunk of crystal out of its back as it tunnels away.
Guard's gonna have this magical crystal that he's so excited to show people,
And everyone's
we're
gonna
all
die.
gonna age.
Look at this.
You all hear the timbre song of the crystal worm in the grotto echo through this cavern, and still nothing seems to happen.
Ha. It's because he's the unpopular one. No one likes him.
Fuck you,
So-
Jeremy.
Oh,
Fucking
is that Jeremy?
Always
I'm
calling
gonna act like
for
I was
us.
busy. I'm busy right now. I can't.
Sorry, my phone was off.
Leave him on red.
Is that Jeremy again? Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, just hit the sleep button on the phone. It's fine. It'll go to voicemail.
No. If podcast listener, if you're the Jeremy in this situation, we are so sorry.
There's one in every
We
group.
love
There's
you.
one in every group. Deck saves, please,
Oh my
from
God.
everyone.
10 for guard.
8.
Guard and June bear the brunt of this as the whole cavern slips onto its side, and you two fall prone and begin sliding toward the grotto.
Cool.
Are we doing some Inception shit right here where the room is just like spinning?
Harisa, you and Spinks lose your footing, slam into the newly sealed wall of this tunnel, and right yourselves. You two are in the Bloodvine tunnel that has been sealed off as the cavern it was attached to rotated in place.
So I can't go back now. That's
You
what you're
can't
saying.
go back. The party has been separated.
Woohoo!
Nice.
June, you failed your deck save?
I did.
Okay, I need another one from you at the top of your turn.
Net 20 for 26.
Yeah.
Okay, you, without missing a beat, reach out, grab a stalagmite, and hold yourself in place. You're kind of like at like a 30-degree angle. If you let go, you're going to tumble into the grotto where the worm is, and it's a big 30-foot drop, not a good situation.
Then I want to try to climb around to then, like, hold out my bow staff to try to steady him. Like, I want to try to help steady him to get something to grab onto.
You get yourself solid around this stalagmite, put your bow staff out to try to give guard something to hold on to. He's a heavy boy, but you know how to position yourself.
I'm a strong, almost middle-aged woman. I got this.
That is going to take some getting used to.
I'm a woman in her prime.
Okay, that's how June is going to spend her turn. Harisa, you are now fully separated from Guard and June.
I'm going to get on Spinks. He's going to just like scutter down this tunnel.
You pull up next to Isaac.
Isaac turns around, axe out. Who's that?
Isaac, it's Harisa.
Oh,
Isaac,
Yes.
you can open your eyes. The weird things are gone.
Okay.
And
Oh.
also, June and Guard are now trapped back there. The tunnel closed, but didn't fall in. I don't know what's happening.
When you hear June and Guard are back there, there's a little voice in the back of your head that says, serves him right.
Dang.
There's something down here
Yeah.
that I need answers from.
What? Need answers?
Are any of the vines nearby, like on the walls?
Yeah, they're dry. They're dead, but yeah.
He would just brush up against too many. There's too many questions. And I need these mysteries solved. And I have a feeling that maybe something down this way might be able to at least lead me in the right direction.
Okay. You helped me solve my question, so I will help you.
Yep. We ain't gonna talk about that. That
No,
was.
we will
Yeah,
never
all
mention
right,
it
moving
ever
on.
again.
And
But
just
yep,
turns
let's go.
around and starts walking.
Since it is now Isaac's turn, and the two of you are acting very closely in initiative here, Isaac, I am going to ask you for a survival check, if you would be so kind.
Shit. 8.
The two of you walk, and walk, and walk.
Oh, God.
And Isaac, the whole time, you can't stop yourself from feeling a sense of immense relief. Finally, you are doing what is important for you, and not what others irrationally expect of you.
Which is concerning.
I should never be relieved. What's happening?
Yeah, that's basically Isaac's life.
But the two of you do not make much in the way of headway, so we are going to go ahead and cut to Guard. Guard, can I get a dexterity saving throw?
Of course you can. All right, so with Bless, then that is a 12. I did not roll well. I rolled very badly.
And Guard, you reach out to grab June's bow staff. You grab it. June, you slacken just a little bit under the immense weight. And Guard, you slip down. And you grab a hold of the cliff edge, and you are dangling over it. There's another worm immediately behind you in the grotto. It is now probably realistically about an 80-foot fall on the diagonal.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Straight
I
into the
pull-
water.
Can I pull myself up or no?
You can spend your half your movement to pull yourself up.
All right. Guard is going to lift himself back up, sort of try to steady my feet on this now angled surface. I see June. Do I see anything else?
There's the tunnel from the worm that you just punched into near oblivion, and you can hear it rattling around in the rock near you. The way through deeper into the cave system is also clear now, albeit a little more tricky to navigate. You also do see that the tunnel, the Bloodvine tunnel, is just gone.
June, are you all right?
I think so. Where are you?
Seeing that June still has her blindfold, I would like to use the rest of my movement to approach June and to, like, put my hand out and, like, put it on top of her hand holding the bow staff and be like, I'm here. But there's a problem. Kind of looks to where the hallway used to be. We are cut off from the others. And there are more of those creatures.
Is there another tunnel?
There are 3 ways we could go that seem open.
Alright, just, pick one. I trust you.
I'm gonna just pick up June and put her on my shoulders so she doesn't need to, like, look at where she's going. Let's take the path deeper in that is not a squeeze and not an 80-foot fall into icy water.
We are out of initiative order as Guard sprints deeper into this cave. And you bank and turn and slip through a crack until you find yourselves in a hollow where you feel like you can catch your breath.
I think you can take your blindfold off.
Oh, right. She'll push her headband up and kind of rub her eyes a little bit. You didn't age or anything looking at that worm?
What do you mean? No.
I mean, I feel like I'm so tired. And like, she'll look at her hands. Pull her, she's got that mop of brown hair, and like she'll pull it down and start like looking through the strands. Does she have any like grays or anything?
You see a few noticeable traces of your mother's silver.
There it is. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to be our eyes, Guard. I don't know if I could do this again.
I can do that.
We're gonna sit here for a minute.
I'll keep watch.
The two of you can take a short rest. We are going to jump momentarily back to Isaac and Saphira, who, after an incredible length of time, I think are probably Harisa is getting concerned. I think Harisa is getting a little nervous that you're moving further and further away from June and from Guard and not really getting anywhere. And I'm curious what that looks like.
After a little while of sort of weighing this up, and also, as she said, she owes him for letting her do the same. After a little while of walking, she's gonna... Isaac, what exactly is down here, and how far? I don't want to get too far away from June and Guard, and we could get lost down here.
Be careful if you're gonna follow me.
Isaac, what does that mean? What is down here? Tell me what you know, so I can be careful.
There's something wrong with my magic. Something sick. It's unwell. And whatever might be down here might be able to tell me why it's unwell.
You mean the vines?
Yes.
And you believe there is something down here that can tell you what the deal is with these vines?
It's either gonna tell me what the deal is, or after we kill it, we'll be closer to understanding what it is, hopefully. I don't know. It's giving me the same vibe as when Phalistar showed up at the ball.
Ah. With that, sort of like as an anchoring point, I am with you all the way. As Isaac says this to her and kind of like really emphasizes the importance of being careful, and there is this Alistair-esque thing going on here right now, can I cast Primeval Awareness? So I can also like sense what the fuck is happening here. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, undead, any of which present within a mile.
Christ all fucking mighty.
I see that everything lights up. Like
It's a fucking Christmas tree.
We've done this before. We're going to do it again. Harisa, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, am I gonna get so bombarded by information I'm gonna die.
Please don't. There's a devil down here.
I got a 21.
Okay, you succeed on your save. Yes. And so you are able to just no-sell the barrage of information that hits the back of your eyes like a fucking drum. I'm just gonna give this to you in a fucking list.
Fine.
The following creature types are within a mile of you.
Oh my god. All of them.
Oh.
Undead,
Oh my god.
Fiend, Fae, and Dragons.
And dragons?
Goddamn
Okay.
Justice League of Fantasies down here.
Yeah. I think the dragons are the ancestors of the
I think it's that
Tanine.
undead dragon ghost thing going on. Yeah, I think
Ooh.
that's what that is. Those weird ghost things. Also dragons. I think like in the kind of like semi-dark that we're in at the moment, Harissa's pupils, which are quite big to adjust for the light, just shrink in. They just like she's like
That's a cool visual.
she kind of focuses and just she's going to turn to Isaac. And Spinks is kind of like semi getting this information kind of like through his link with her anyway, so he's a bit like, whoa. Lead on. I am ready.
Ooh, I'm not. All right, let's do this.
Isaac, are you leading in first
To
as
the
you
hollow,
you
yes.
approach the hollow? You see the ledge. Are you? It's a 10-foot climb. You can do it without rolling. It'll just take you a moment. Are you just climbing into the hollow?
I would announce myself. A guest of Luna's wishes to have a conversation.
Huh. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Isaac's the Jeremy.
Right? Am I getting donut walled right now? Is that what's happening?
You hear echoing from the hollow. Identify yourselves.
If I give you my name, friend, will that give you an advantage in our speakings?
We ain't seen a friendly face down here in days. Forgive us for being skeptical. Please identify yourselves.
My name is Griffin Axtrummer.
That's so close to your real name.
I won't give you my first name.
Okay.
I'll give you my
Give me
family
deception,
name,
please.
though.
Absolutely.
These sound like people. These sound like they might just be people. Like
19.
people stuck down here.
I sense the fiend in this bitch.
Right, there's no people.
You rolled a 19.
Yes, 19.
Okay. You hear. Right, but he says he's Griffin Axtrummer. I mean, Griffin Axtrummer worked for the Lord God. That should be fine. He could be lying. You never know. I don't know. I've got a good feeling about this guy. Come on, we should let him up. All right, if you insist. And you hear the sound of spears retracting. All right. You can approach Griffin Axtrummer.
I climb up.
And in the hollow, you see, with spears still kind of pointed in your direction, 2 human men. One is probably in his late 60s. You kind of get the sense that his outfit is a little big on him, so maybe he wasn't in his late 60s when he walked into this cave. And he is a little shorter, a little stockier. He's got big hair, this very long Van Buren mustache that is kind of overgrown in his age. And he is accompanied by a very long and spindly man who's a little on the paler side. His hair is shorter but very frazzled, kind of that anime shock hair, and he's got just a tiny little mustache. And they are both wearing Agra Army.
So they're not warden.
They're not wardens. They're wearing Agra Army uniforms.
Gentlemen, how goes the front?
Well, you're standing on it. Unfortunately, I'm given to believe we are all that is left. Private Toothpick and I were prepared to die down here.
And Private Toothpick has been named by our patron Vin. Thank you very much, Vin.
Oh, so
Good name.
Yeah.
Your name really shout to y'all, Private.
I come from a long line of toothpick manufacturers. We're very proud people.
Oh, I was talking about your lanky demeanor and your hair that kind of just spruce out a bit. Moving on. Gentlemen,
I look like a toothpick?
Give me what has happened down here? What's going on?
You didn't run into the worms?
Oh, is that what happened with you?
Yeah, no. Took one look at that motherfucker and immediately felt more tired than I ever felt in my life. We hightailed it right there. Fortunately, that there tunnel there opened up right in the nick of time. We ran down it. Can't explain it for my life.
Gentlemen, I'm going to try something. It may kill us all. Well, mostly you. Just take your spears and be on guard.
Well, we were kind of hoping that you'd get us out of here. Was that not what? Why are you down here if not to get us out of here?
I'm hunting something.
What on earth could you possibly be hunting? The only thing down here is the worms. Tain't nothing else.
Hunting for answers. Do you both trust me?
Not even a little bit.
That makes sense. And I'm going to cast Turn the Faithless.
Christ almighty.
You can't bullshit a bullshitter, Pat.
We're gonna jump.
I think June has been trying to count as many silver hairs as she can, kind of rubbing her temples and kind of inspecting Guard to see if she can help patch him up as best as she can. Kind of running her bond hand around to make sure there's no cracks or anything. And
Why are you fussing with your hair like that?
do you see this? Do you see this? And she'll hold up a chunk of her hair. Do you see this
Yes.
silver?
Yes.
I didn't have that before. I'm not supposed to have this for another so many years.
I think it will make Isaac smile.
Really?
Yes. It is very similar to a picture that would make Isaac smile.
Picture of what?
A picture of him and your father and your mother in the office at Rally. I didn't often take note of when he smiled because it usually was unimportant, but it was something that I noticed made him smile. So I think it will make him smile. It is similar to the hair of your mother's.
I'm becoming more like her. I feel a lot faster than I ever thought I would.
Can I get perception checks from both of you, please?
I got a 6.
13.
Okay. June, you see something out of the corner of your eye skitter past a little crack in the rock. And it shimmers slightly as it passes.
Guard. Don't move. But I think there's a baby worm.
Close your eyes.
All right, and she'll
Point.
Over there.
I'll go investigate.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, please.
I shouldn't have said that word. I should have said any word other than investigate. A 6.
You will.
Another 6.
You poke your non-eye, you put your blank face up against the crack in this wall and see something move in the shadows. You don't know what.
I stick my finger in.
Give me a persuasion check.
What? Okay. All of the skills you're asking me to roll are the ones that I'm terrible at. I'm just 4. That's a 4.
Okay. All right. Okay. Gonna roll contested here. You pull your face away, kind of jam your hand into this crevice, your finger poking through. Nothing happens for like a second. And then you feel tiny little metal ting, 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 on your finger as if something is rolling over it. And then nothing.
I think it's okay. It felt different than crystal, whatever it was, and it's in that hole.
Okay.
You catch a glimpse of a silhouette, right? Like there's so little light in this space that making out form and shape is really difficult, but making out movement is possible, and making out differences in texture helps. And you see something that looks like it is at least partially made of something reflective, maybe glass, skitter up onto the ceiling and disappear.
I want to follow it.
You are currently looking through a crevice in the wall about an inch wide.
We could make the hole bigger.
Can we punch that hole?
I don't need.
You don't need to roll.
Hole.
You just punch the
I just
hole.
start punching the hole.
That is going to take you a moment, and in that moment, we're going to cut back. Isaac, what does this look like?
As whoever it is trying to deceive Isaac, he just turns and looks at them with. Isaac's a very charming individual, but when he gets serious, he just has a look of stop fucking with me. That look is on him, as at the same time, within these tunnels, there's a breeze that is unnatural to these caverns.
I think the combination of the breeze, hot against the icy air of this cave, and your vicious stare causes bits of flesh to melt and fall to the ground as Private Toothpick rises to his feet, and we hear him say, "Oh, what the hell?" As his face falls onto the ground, revealing yet another of those vine golems. And it tries to raises its hands, and it like tries to use like a magical ability, and you see that kind of just like fizzle and not work. This thing is turned. It's got to try to get away. It's going to have to move through Isaac's threatened area to do that. It has to, so it's going to take an attack of opportunity from Isaac.
I said I want to have a conversation, and I'm going to bring my axe down on it.
All right, go ahead and roll.
There's an 18 hit.
Yeah, yes.
And you know what we're doing with this. We've seen Phallistar. We're going to put a second level smite on that.
Yeah.
So 19 plus 4, 23.
All right, he's still up. You just cut his right arm off, and it just like flops to the ground and writhes.
Why did Luna kill my best friend?
We're going to roll an insight check to see if it knows what the fuck you're talking about. This thing has a -5 to insight.
Let's go.
Oh, no.
No wonder it failed my easy ass DC. It's
To
wisdom
be fair,
sucks.
that's a 15 down to a 10.
Oh.
And so you do get this.
That is what it's told.
And it's going to run past Harisa and Spinks, who could both take opportunity attacks.
I rolled a 2. And now I'm gonna roll for Spinks.
Okay.
15.
Hits.
Yes, amazing. So Spinks is going to, as the thing tries to run past him, just like bite into like a leg. 16.
You bite off his left foot, and he runs away.
Oh.
Like he's like
hobbles away.
Yeah. Isaac, it's your turn. Do you pursue?
Yeah, we'll just go with the full rage thing. Isaac, angry, his axe that he's holding, like a constellation, starts to glow across the axe. As a bonus action, you can send one of the stars on the blade at a creature of your choice within 120 feet of you. As a natural 18 for a 25.
That fucking hits.
Ooh,
This is going to be 4d12 radiant damage.
Shit.
nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Fuck him up.
Big hit.
23 points of damage.
Isaac, finish him.
Let's go. Yes.
As Mr. Spinks has the foot and it comes off and it starts hobbling away, Isaac did a slash like sideways, and so the entire top half of the creature is split from the bottom as like it just keeps moving forward, and then the second half falls over.
And it disintegrates into dried blood.
What the hell did you do? Private Toothpick. What in the fuck is going on down here?
Private Toothpick was not Private Toothpick.
Well, I could tell that. Whatever the hell that thing was.
Yeah, we just saved you from this thing. You're welcome.
All right, whatever the hell is going on, I wanna get out of here. I don't wanna be here anymore. I wanna go home. I wanna get out of here.
You and me both. You said you saw some light from above?
The spear kind of shoots up, and you can crane your neck a little bit and see that there's just a trickle of moonlight bouncing down from somewhere way above where you are.
Is it something we could reach potentially, like up there? Can we climb up to it or anything like this?
It's about 10 feet above your heads, and you can see that there is a crack in it that is, it's a couple feet long. So you got that going for you. It seems like it's not more than maybe a foot wide. So you could theoretically get out of this, but it's going to take a little bit of demolition work. You hear this soldier kind of throw in,
Yeah, that crack opened up there with the earthquakes just recently. It was the first daylight we've seen, or moonlight as it happens that we've seen, and well, since the whole time we've been down here. So,
did you? And he turns to Isaac. He says,
Mr. Ekstrom, I don't know if you maybe have a way of triggering the earthquakes. I don't know if that's something that they would have told you how to do. Coming out here, field preparations, research, something that counts as
Trigger
something.
an earthquake?
Listen, I don't. This whole thing. I am a private in this
You
man's
just
army.
tried to stab me earlier, and now you're asking me to get you out of here. Oh, how? You know what? People are something. I'll tell you that much. People are just something. Yes, I know who's doing it. You dumb old guy. It's Jonathan. Jonathan been acting up for some reason. I think it's because he got worms in him or something. And we gonna figure that out once we get out of here. Actually, I think it was that toothpick some bitch was messing with him, and now he got rid of the toothpick, and now his teeth are better or something. I don't know.
What?
And he's just gonna call out down this tunnel like, Jonathan, get us out of here. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of you.
go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Or intimidation, your choice.
I mean, both are
You are trying to hit a DC 12.
12. So that's 17.
You all watch this grumpy old half-orc stomp out into this blood-vine tunnel and just shout obscenities at God down its length.
Great band name.
Harisa, is he okay?
I'm not okay.
Don't know, Sphinx.
You sound weird.
The earth trembles beneath you, and you hear rocks clatter from the ceiling. The crack widens slightly.
Oh, is that all you got? After all this, that's all I'm going to get from you. You know what, Jonathan? Out of all the gods I've talked to recently, you have to be the most stubborn, the most immature.
Guard and June, you make your way through this tight corridor. Guard is just clearing space. And every now and then, you hear a distant rumble. Occasionally, you feel the ground shake from an earthquake, but you also hear the rumble of the worms tunneling through this space as you pursue this shimmering, shiny figure. Guard, as you're walking, punching away bits of rock as you need to make more room, you see a bone on the ground. Little knuckle of something. This is not a space where creatures live. That is not normal.
June,
Yeah,
does this smell weird to you?
She'll sniff it.
Smells old and musty
Ugh.
and a bit like leather.
it smells kind of good. Are there lots of bones?
No, just the one.
If this is like the area where they eat and those worms eat and leave bones, you'd think there'd be more bones.
I don't think this is worms.
No?
No, I think it's something else.
And I think, June, you are the first to notice, kind of glancing up, moonlight from the far end of the tunnel that you're in currently.
Is that the way out?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, are we there?
You both see a rope ladder unroll and fall down to about eye level with Guard. And there's something stuck to the end of it.
What's stuck to the end of it?
Looks like a little piece of paper.
What?
I pull out the piece of paper off.
In a scratchy, scrawly hand, written in something's blood, it says, "Leave."
We'd love to. We would love to leave.
The rope ladder goes out into the night air.
Do you think Isaac and Saphra are up there too?
No! June. This is written in blood. Why wouldn't they just say, "Hey, guys, we're up here"?
No, I'm saying, like, did they also get, like, a mysterious rope ladder with a note tied on it? And get, poofed out of here?
I don't know. But do you trust that?
I mean, no. Not really. You could, well...
I trust the worms more. Do you want to go check it out and see if it's safe? If you want to leave, you can, but I think
No.
I want to pursue this thing.
I wanna leave when we have Isaac and Saphra.
Give me a perception check.
Natural 20.
Okay. Cool.
I am the third eye of Oman.
We see Spinks holding on to another knotted flannel rope at the top of this crevice. Harisa is standing next to him, and Isaac is bringing up the rear, the last one up this rope, and this private keeps like accidentally stepping on your head and then like getting himself back up.
Isaac's about to throw him into the pit.
And you get a particularly kind of nasty like foot in the face as you get your first arm up over the lip of this crevice. You're out in the eastern hills.
Middle of the night. It's just like we're on a hill.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You out. All right. Thank you. And then beat it. Go to the town so I don't have to be with your face anymore.
Guard, you hear all of that echo down. As soon as you say to June that they're not up there, you hear Isaac up there.
Being like, all right, leave, go away.
June, I was wrong.
It takes a strong man to admit that, you know?
Shall we get the... Well, but you want to go back after that thing. We should... Let's call them over here.
Wait,
Oh.
I don't want you guys to keep fighting those things. But what if you age a lot?
I got blindfold. I don't want you to be doing this by yourself.
Oh, don't you start that up again. See what you hear Isaac shouting?
Okay, let me help you up. And I'll try to help get June going on the ladder.
So June's going on the ladder. Is Guard going on the ladder?
Not yet.
Okay.
As I see June climb up and see that Isaac and Harisa and Spinks are there, I'm going to look back down into the hole and think of that crystalline glass entity that I've been tracking, and I'm going to grab what is affixing the rope ladder to the outer edge of the cave, and I'm going to tear it off and allow myself to fall back into the pit.
Guard, as you hit the ground, you feel the earth begin to move as if with intention. And all of you stagger through the worst earthquake yet. The ground undulates and rolls beneath you. I am not asking for deck saves. You are all prone. As a matter of fact, all of you except Guard take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you are thrown around this snow-topped peak that practically liquefies with movement. Guard, you clear your vision and see that in front of you a new tunnel has opened and something moves off in the distance. And the rest of you see that the eastern hills have sunk below the horizon. They are gone. Hey, it's that time again, that time where we welcome our brand new patrons to the fold. Forever Never DM. Welcome to the Wardens. And as always, where would we be without our League of Rallied Defenders? Darlene Wallace, Darksteel Panda, Derek Silverstone, Elderberry, GamerTube HD, Lord Dreamer, Lucas Carter, Michael McFarlane, Randolph Jenkins, and Russia Snivy. You all are the best out there, the best there ever was.
and we'll see y'all next time.